My name is Christy McDonald, and I am originally from Boothwyn, Pennsylvania, but now I live in Anchorage, Alaska. I graduated from UAB in December 2021 with a Master's of Public Health in Environmental and Occupational Health, and I currently work at the Alaska Native Tribal Health Consortium, and I've been here for the last 2 years. The vision of where I work is that Alaska Native people are the healthiest people in the world. So that is what guides everything we do. It's what guides the work that I do. After I graduated with my bachelor's degree in art, I did not know what I wanted to do. I just knew that I wanted to do something that could help people and be of service in some way. So I joined AmeriCorps and I did a whole bunch of things. But my favorite thing that I probably did, at least in my first AmeriCorps, was working for a watershed organization. And that's where I realized that this is a field of its own. It's called environmental health, and it's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Now that I do have a Master's of Public Health, I really like that I came from a different background, because coming from the art background, I bring a lot of skills that are different than a lot of the people that I work with. And I think that helps make really effective teams, where everybody's bringing different strengths. We formed this group called the Green Thumb for like a garden type thing. When I was on campus, there was a group of us in a class together, and we were kind of talking and we wanted to make a garden. A lot of us really cared about gardening and sustainability and food security, and that's kind of where that idea came from. I think, honestly, my biggest challenge with not having the typical academic background, coming from that art background, was just getting into an environmental health program. But that's why UAB was really great, because they were really open to me as a, not the traditional, typical student, maybe a little bit of a non-traditional student. But they didn't really mind that I did not have that academic background, which I thought was really great. I actually started on campus. I was in Birmingham for 1 semester, and then I got a really great opportunity to move to Alaska and work in the environmental health field. And so I switched from being an in-person student to an online student. And that transition was very easy, so that was really nice. It seemed like a lot of the method of learning was like writing essays and written discussions and that sort of thing that required a lot more critical thinking. So I think I actually probably learned a little bit more from those types of classes that were online. So when I was actually in class, I was working too. So when stuff did come up that I didn't fully understand, maybe because I didn't have that academic background, I had a lot of people to ask questions, so really great professors to ask questions. I think just in general, having the MPH and learning all the stuff that I learned getting the MPH did give me a more technical understanding of public health in general, a broader understanding of public health, some more in-depth understanding of environmental health issues, that I'm then able to apply all of that knowledge and that experience and that technical ability now to those communities that I serve. And it was definitely, interesting being in school for public health during a public health pandemic and as it was evolving. But that definitely led to some really great conversations in the classroom. And I think just in general, again, having all that, knowledge and skills that I've gained from the MPH program in general, and taking classes like epidemiology that are so appropriate now, and that's a word that people who aren't involved in public health know now, and everybody knows what a pandemic is now and what public health is better now. I think being able to take those skills, knowing where to find trusted sources of information, and being able to share that information with the communities I serve, just in general, all of that together is helping me, serve these communities better.